There we go.
Maybe.
All right, we should be live. Hello, Internet. All right. Are you guys ready to get this thing started?
Maybe.
No.
All right.
Yes.
Resounding yes. I love it. All right, let's get started in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to a brand new episode of That Video Game Podcast, aka TVGP. I'm your host, Boston. Joining me as always is Moonpier.
Hello.
And the Nimp.
Hello.
Couple quick plugs here at the beginning. Real quick plug here for our Patreon page, patreon.com/E1M1 or E1M1.cash.
The ones on numbers.
$5 a month tier, recommended one as always. That gets you everything. Anything above and beyond that is greatly appreciated. Exclusive access to the Outcast. We talked about a very exciting trip this week. We had a lot of a backlog of fun facts. There were a lot of good fun facts in there. We had a really great one. You had early access to We Were Glycan and Critical Misses at the $5 tier or higher. You get exclusive access to Critical Misses production meeting and The Wayward Sons, the Supernatural TV show watchcast. All of that and more over at e1m1.cash.
The ones on numbers.
Quick plug here, too. We have a brand new episode of Game Club out right now for SimCity 2000. I remember. So go check that out. I think we had a really great conversation about SimCity 2000, but also gaming in 1993 specifically. So I recommend all of our shows. Of course, but I especially recommend that one for kind of a look back to what gaming was in the DOS era and its sort of expectations of you as a player. And our next game is going to be Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. I think we talked about it on the show that our recommended version is the Super NES version, or any like Super NES Mini, or like the emulated versions on the Switch or whatever, but I think the original version is really going to be the one you want to chase down. Okay. Moon. Let's get, after a couple of weeks here, let's get a gamer score update and what you've been playing.
Basically nothing. But okay. 760135. 760135.
Okay.
Is my current number.
You can call us at that number.
Yes. It does sound an awful lot like Dirty Deeds, doesn't it? A little bit.
Yeah.
I honestly haven't played a whole bunch. There's things going on at work, and I have been incredibly sick for almost a week straight. So if my voice starts to go, you know why.
Yep.
So there you go. So let's start with Touchdown Pinball, which I played last week, not this week, but I got the final achievements in Touchdown Pinball.
Freedom!
Which means I can uninstall Touchdown Pinball.
Yes.
But one of the... Again, so if you've heard me talk about Touchdown Pinball, do not buy it, do not play it. The physics are not good enough, then the value is not low enough to be worthwhile.
Yep.
But I will say, it did that thing which makes me realize why I love pinball, where I just got on that one golden run, that one golden path, to use my Duke Leto the second terminology here, and everything just clicked.
Yep.
For whatever reason, everything clicked. Like I told you, I think the highest score achievement was like 15 million points. I got to 23 million points and the extra ball achievement, which is for taking out all of the red people on this field.
Mm-hmm.
I got that entire thing done with 2 balls to spare, so I just drained them because I was like, I'm good. I'm done with this.
I'm done.
I don't want... I don't need any more of this stuff.
Right.
So I did it.
Nice.
I boxed it off. I put it to one side. I uninstalled it, and I said, "Never again."
That's right.
Never again. Do you ever haunt my dreams? Touchdown Pinball.
That's right.
Hopefully, Jurassic Pinball is considerably better.
Oh,
I wish I was kidding. That's one of them.
Yeah.
I played Lord of the Click 5.
Okay.
This is like it's like a Mean Girls game, except it's all about boys, where you have to like be in charge of the clique. I don't know what happened to the previous 4 games. I'm kidding, of course. It's not like Mean Girls.
No.
I
Sadly.
wish Mean Girls had a video game.
I'm about to say, man, you are diving into some really weird games to get these achievements.
Dude, the worst part is I'm not even scratching the surface of my library. It's a place your units on a field. It's like Total Battle Simulator or whatever that thing was called.
Oh, tabs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it's like a version of that where it's just like you place an army on a field and you try and counter whatever the opposition's army has with units of your own, and then you hit the play button and you let them fight, essentially.
Right.
Let them fight. It's fine. It's funny because like it's very enjoyable to like put a fork full of food in my mouth, lay out a bunch of armies, hit the button, and then try and figure out what, where I went wrong, kind of situation. Also, I love the fact that you literally pulled up another achievement guide video for this.
Thing is, like,
which is just
that's all there is
Everything
for
you
these
find.
games. It's like an 8-minute
Yes.
achievement guide, 3,000 points, 8 minutes, let's go. It's like, is there anything else? Nope. Okay, cool.
Yep.
I also
but,
love that
I mean,
you're reaching your hand into your Xbox's hard drive and
literally-
just pulling
it's
something out and be like, here it is, Lord of the Click 5. Let's do it.
It's like a raffle.
That's
It's like a raffle. I'm just spinning the tombola,
Yep.
seeing what comes out, and then I open a little piece of paper and it's like, okay, this is the game I play next, I guess.
There you go.
Um,
It's so good.
okay, is tombola a word that exists over here?
We usually,
Tumblr, yeah.
we call them tumblers. Yeah,
Okay. We just used the fancy word for it, apparently.
that's right.
I just assumed it was a different phonetic way of saying it for you guys. So
Yeah.
Yes. But
Whatever.
yeah, the game is fine. It's fun, stupid, weird, so on and so forth. Let's see. I also have 2 more games. I have Arc Raiders. Again, contracted, generated AI work for the voice acting, which is possibly going to change at some point, hopefully.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I realized that this game has changed the way I play third-person shooters. Because I was never a grenades guy.
Oh, sure.
I never ever cared about grenades. But because of the way this game plays, because of the importance of some of the stuff, there's a lure grenade in there that you can throw and it'll lure the arc enemies close to it.
Oh,
Which
lure, not lore. Okay, I heard lore. That's
No.
why I was like, oh
yeah,
what?
You throw a
lure.
grenade.
The correct
Hello, on the 15th day.
Yeah, that's exactly. I'm saying it correctly.
All the
No, you
nerds
are, but-
all the nerds in the raid are just like, wait, hold on, there's new lore over there. Let's go. Got him.
Heary.
That's right.
Stop! I've got to open my Arc Raiders companion app so I can read the latest entries of
Exactly.
the gospel.
Yeah, the new lore card dropped.
That's right.
But yes, there is those grenades. I don't care about grenades, and this game has started making me use grenades a lot more. I will say, since they increased and tweaked the requirements on a bunch of stuff to get made, I may or may not be holding a secret reserve of Rocketeer drivers in my back pocket for whenever I play with Rob next, so I can just go here you go, Rob, make all the wolf packs you want.
Oh, there you go.
Because I'm not perfect at it, but I'm a lot better at taking down Rocketeers than I once was.
Nice.
I've gone the whole shebang now. I've done the Harvester, I've done the Queen, I've done the Matriarch, I've done the quote-unquote endgame stuff. Key point, I did this solo.
Oh, okay.
Because
Wow.
solo play seems to be the nice play.
Ah, okay.
So it was actually in the group chat that I have with a bunch of friends of the show. I think it was Rob who posted it. It's yeah, if you play Arc Raiders solo, it's a nice walk through the forest with it's a nice, sorry, distracted by the veto title in chat, which is just incredible. I have, if you play solo, it's a nice walk through the forest where you occasionally, you shoot some robots and you have some fun times. If you play duos in Arc Raiders, every encounter is a will they, won't they, like, tense moment. And if you play trios, everyone hates everybody and you just get shot no matter what you seem to do.
Okay.
Which has been my experience. I play solos and it's nice and friendly. I play duos and it's tense. Most of the time it's friendly. The second there's 3 people, everybody dead.
Yep.
Everybody dead.
Kill on sight.
Doesn't matter.
That's my loot.
People are dying every time we've played trios. Which is actually kind of funny because there's a bunch of achievements in the game for dumb stuff. One of them was for somebody who's been knocked, who's been downed but not outed. There's an achievement for putting them out with your like wrench thing that you carry around to like breach open things. And you know me, I'm an achievement hunter. I'm still gonna hunt the achievements even though it is a multiplayer game. And I was in Stella Montis, aka the Nightmare map, where everybody goes for PvP, and I was just messing around. There was like 3 of us all in the same area. We were all just having chits and chats about everything. And then one of the guys got downed by something, and like we both, like the 2 other people in the room, all playing solos, walked up to him, and we were talking, and he was like, "Does anyone have like a defib unit to pick me up?" It's like, "Unfortunately, no. Like literally, I don't have anything. The other guy didn't have anything," and he was like, "Oh well." I was like, "Wait. Before you go and surrender, can I like beat you to death with my like tool for the achievement?" and it was a kid, a very young kid.
What has this game turned people into?
Monsters.
Turned to me and said, "Can you sing me a lullaby?" So I sang "Rockabye Baby," and then as it dropped, I literally dropped the hammer on him and killed him.
That's so good.
This is like some horror movie right here, man.
I mean, it is what it is. The young man wanted a lullaby, and I wanted an achievement.
That's right.
That's just how it goes.
It's the middle part of any war movie.
So I dropped the hammer. Yes, correct, Torek in chat. Consent was given.
That's right.
Consent was given.
Consent by a minor is not consent.
That's true.
Oh, okay, you got me there.
That's
true.
Good point.
I'm vetoing that show title right now.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I wasn't even gonna write it.
Nope.
There's too much going on in the real world to make that too weird.
Yes, but you know, it's Arc Raiders. I'm enjoying playing it. Again, it's that wonderful thing of like, I have 30 minutes. I'm gonna load this up, play around, and bounce. Like, because I'm too sick, I'm too tired, whatever the case may be. So it's like, yeah, it's been great for that. And again, the reason why I've leaned towards Arc Raiders is because it seems to have that more friendly community.
Right.
Which, you know, I'm totally down with it. I'm choosing to put my gaming headphones on when I'm not in a party or playing with anybody. Like, that is unheard of for me. Even if I'm playing a full-on Battlefield game, I'm like, yeah, I'm just keeping these off. I don't care enough to put this stuff on. Well, in this, it's like, no, I'll put it on because I can just unmute myself and be like, "Hey, Raider. Hey, Raider. How you doing, Raider? You looking for anything, Raider? Yeah, Raider. This Raider." It's, you know.
Apparently a face to bury my hammer in.
That's right.
Listen. My next the next things I need to do to make people understand is, hey, can I down you with a grenade really quick? I promise I'll pick you back up.
Right.
Can I down you with a grenade real quick?
You really need to work on phrasing.
Nope,
not at all. Because the other one I've got to do is got to summon Arc with a spotter relay and then get down somebody with those too. So,
oh wow,
they are achievements. I can't remember the name of it.
They've got like a handful of nasty ones in there where it's meant to be take out a PvP
player versus
kind
player.
of thing. Yeah.
Yep. And I'm subverting the expectations by asking nicely if I can do it instead. Because I'm British, if nothing else.
Right.
And if they say no, it's already happening.
That's right. I did it 20 minutes ago.
If they say no, I respect their decision. I'm not that British.
I thought you were doing it the British way.
That's right.
We asked. Now we're doing.
Anyway, my
It's
final
just like the
game this week
American
is
way.
That's right. That's right.
yes. My final game this week is Super Battle Golf.
Oh yeah.
We didn't play that this Friday. We played that last Friday. Hey, this game is chaos incarnate on so many levels. Like, it's hard to keep track of everything because everybody's just talking at once.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, it's hilarious just listening to people lose their minds. Like, I can't explain like how good and terrible this game is for human relations, because like on one side of things it's really cool, on the other side of things it's like, no, everybody's getting shot, rocket launchers are going off all over the place. It's just
There was a moment that I put Moon in several situations where he started to sound defeated, and I knew he was going to bounce back because I knew he was biding his time for that one critical moment to screw me, and he did.
I mean, that's everything in this game. Like,
Yeah.
the amount of times, like, there was one moment where, like, I was so far behind and I, like, spawned a golf cart and then I literally ran everyone off a bridge.
Yep.
And then because, like, and not just, like, off a bridge into, like, you know, a lower level, but into water, which means they respawn behind you, essentially. And then I was laughing so hard that I did it, I drove off the other side of the course into water and respawned myself instead. Because it's just that kind of chaos at the same time. Ferrer in chat says quite correctly, screw Bilsiford. I agree completely. Bilsiford is the secret pro at this game, and it's really annoying because he just seems to just go miles ahead of everybody.
Well, and then we all ganged up on him, like, what, on a match or two? Guys, I don't understand why. And it's like, you know why you're
You know what
getting
you
this.
did.
Yeah, he knows. You know what you did. 100%. You know what you did. We need another version of that T-shirt with a golf ball on a tee, please, Boston.
That's right.
You know what you did.
I did bring up about how we always talk about how this is the best, friendliest community ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
At a drop of a hat, this turns into the most feral community as well.
Yes.
100%. That's what makes it the friendliest, because we're all super friends, but when needs be, we can be feral little goblins.
Yeah.
I have
And,
no
like,
problems
that's the-
holding someone's head underwater so I can get this golf ball to go into a hole.
Yep. Like, this is a game that came out of complete left field for me, no pun intended. And like, it's so much fun. It's unreal how much fun. And now it has R2 Modman support, so I'm just waiting for the levels to drop, essentially, for like people to start putting on a bunch of new courses and stuff like that, and seeing how that goes. But
I was like,
It's a
somebody
great
had
time.
already thrown. Was it Bill that threw in
yes,
the chat
so
about him already
Bill
putting
is
one
not
together?
going to. Yeah, he's not going to be here this upcoming week. So this Friday we do play again. He's not going to be here for that. But because it has R2 Modman support and Bill can't help himself, he's put a mod pack together for it. So
Oh, nice.
I'm curious to see how that's going to go.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Probably
I don't
poorly.
think he lists what he put in here, so I'm
He did
assuming
not.
it's just
Well, that
chaos.
would ruin the fun.
Yes.
Oh, I'm down for
I mean,
it.
yeah, like that's the key part for the mods, is you're not supposed to know what's going on when you go in. That's the best part of it, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is literally all I've been playing for 2 weeks because I'm tired and sick and my voice is going.
All right.
Nimp.
So, I've put in just about 2 weeks of time with my one and only game that I'm going to be talking about this week. Moon, have you ever heard of the game called X4 Foundations? Or maybe its predecessors, X1 or X2 or X3 Foundations?
Nope. Never heard of it.
Cool. Don't look it up. So, last week, it's basically Elite Dangerous on crack. It is...
Oh no.
Yeah.
Single player, though, right?
Yeah, single player. There is some online component. I don't know what it is, but it's not in my game, and I haven't looked into it yet. When Moon and I joke about how we can't play Elite Dangerous anymore because that's all this show is going to be.
Right.
This is that joke.
Yeah.
Moon, you can play this game like Elite Dangerous. You just pilot a ship and do whatever you want. Or you can decide that I'm going to get some pilots and they're going to pilot my ship and I'm going to build other ships and I'm going to fly those ships and then slowly grow an empire like I have. Or you can start a trading empire like I did. Or basically you can keep growing this to be as big as you want it to be, or you can keep it on such a local level where you're just maintaining one ship and that's just all you're doing. I have since last week created a station. This station is located in a sector that has like 300% sunlight. So I was like, cool, I'm going to make an energy station because all stations need energy to function. This thing is pumping out so many energy cells that I cannot keep up with shipping them out of the station. My storage is constantly full. So my idea for messing with this was, okay, I'm going to start throwing these medium-sized trading vessels at it so that way I can grab more loads, pull everything out, and start delivering them wherever they need to be delivered to. That was working great, except for now they started doing stuff where like these trading vessels can hold up to, I think the one that I'm grabbing can hold like 1,900 units of cargo. They're going on like these milk runs for like 20 or 80 units. I'm like, no, that is a waste of time for these. They don't go that fast. It's going to take them forever to run these. And then my inventory starts to stock back up again. So then I started throwing all of these these small ship traders at the station for it to go ahead and use to trade these all these energy cells with. And that helped out quite a bit because now I have the smaller ships doing the smaller loads. I cannot specifically tell it though, hey, do these ships only do the small milk runs, leave the medium-sized ships for the bigger ones. If I can tell it how to do that, I haven't figured it out with the logic yet. It just kind of seems like first come, first serve with these. So then I just started dumping a bunch of the smaller trading vessels at it to kind of outweigh it. And then next thing you know, I've got 32 trade vessels going to this one station. Boston, you're muted.
Of course I am.
So that station is working. And it is earning me money I think I have it where it's like every 4 minutes I'm getting like 100,000 credits of some sort.
Jeez.
It's like, all right, cool. And you can pull it up on the map and you can see, and it's not just my ships either. The other factions are sending ships to my station to buy product and to bring it back to their stations.
Oh, wow.
So you can see on the map, like what used to be like just this little thin line that denoted a travel path is like an inch thick of all of these ships that are charted going through these different sectors to get to my station.
That's cool.
It's like, it's going really well. Then my ship started getting attacked because there are pirates. There's also another race that I was introduced to, which I will get into in a moment. That's really cool. So I'm like, all right, you know what? I don't own this section of space. This is owned by a different group. I will let their task force handle it. The task force was not handling it.
I see.
I'm like, okay, it is getting to a point now where I am spending money to repair ships. Luckily, none of my ships have been blown up. So now I'm just wasting money repairing ships. And it's also interfering with the trade because the logic for my ships are set where if you start getting attacked, you flee at maximum speed to a safe location.
Okay.
So it's like, okay, so you're hindering my money flow.
That's right.
This is
That's
not making me
unacceptable.
happy.
Capitalism.
Yes. So I built basically a warship.
Okay. I might have done a little bit of war crimes.
Boy, I will get into war crimes.
I'm the British one. He's the American one, and you know what I'm just saying.
That's right.
There was a ship called a gunboat, and yes, I bought it.
Heck yeah.
All hail the gunboat.
That's right.
So, I bought a frigate, which is the gunboat.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, it's a medium-sized ship. I just need something bigger than a fighter because what was coming after my trade vessels were about a medium-sized ship, maybe a fighter or two. So it's like, I need something that can put out the firepower and can take firepower.
Sure.
So I built what is called the Minotaur. It is a gunboat frigate.
The Minotaur.
That thing shows up, wipes the map of pirates. I'm like, I did not know it was this powerful.
It lived up to his name at the very least.
Yes.
All right.
There is another ship that I'm like, okay, well, that one was really good. Let me get its companion ship. I could not afford it at the time, but I think the Minotaur was 5 or 6 million. The next one, the Cerberus, is it's another frigate / carrier that has a dock on it, so you can dock a small ship on it, and it has turrets all over it lined up.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you, when that thing finds a target, it's chef's kiss watching all turrets just spin and unload.
Right.
I don't even have to aim. It's amazing.
Oh, man.
So I see that the Cerberus is like $7 million. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have to save up for this because I don't have the money. I just spent all of my money on this Minotaur. I send my ship to a location, and it's like, oh, hey, we found an abandoned ship. Do you want us to claim it? Like, yeah, I'll take any ship. Why not? They find a Cerberus just out floating.
Dang,
and
okay.
They send a boarding crew. Like, I tell them to send a boarding team over there to claim the ship. They have it. I own it.
Yeah.
Get it into dock. Fix it all the way up because it was kind of messed up and missing some components. And now I have my Minotaur and my Cerberus.
Oh, man.
And 13 fighters between the two of them.
Oh, wow. All right.
I went hard on military because originally I was just like, okay, the one frigate should be fine. But then this other group called the Xenon starts showing up. And I had no clue what these were, but they start sending out like these little scouts and they attack everything. Like, they hate everyone. Does not matter. They are not friendly to anyone. They are at war with everyone. When you look them up, it just says status at war. That's it. So I'm like, all right, this is cool. So I start taking those guys out because I'm like, they're really interfering with everything. But then all of a sudden there starts to be like a few more here, and then a few more over here, and then a few more over there. And I'm like, what is going on? Why am I being constantly bombarded with this stuff? And I look it up. This game does a really cool thing where the Xenon is the threat of this game.
Oh, okay.
When it creates the seed of your game, it randomly generates a threat level at the start for the Xenon.
Okay.
So you can start a game and it can be all-out war minute 1. Or, apparently like what I had so far, you don't see or even know that they exist until you get to a certain point in time within a certain point of time within the game, and then they slowly start to show up.
Interesting.
I was like, all right, cool. And then they start to become more and more aggressive as time passes on. So I'm like, all right. It had gotten to a point where there is one gate that they are coming out of. I figured out. So I have my frigate, or, the Minotaur, and I've got the Cerberus there with all of its fighters. Anything that comes out of the gate, they just attack.
Oh, wow.
All right, cool. Starting to get like all this scrap and stuff, so I'm starting to get all this. I actually discovered another thing. When you get the hull down, to a certain percentage, the pilot has a chance of ejecting from that ship and abandoning it.
Okay.
And that opens it up for anyone to claim it.
Oh.
So I now have two. Yeah. So I now have like 2 of what they call the Type M's, which are like the medium-sized ships. And I have a third one, but it doesn't have any weapons, and I can't do anything with it to give it weapons because it's different technology. And I haven't figured that out yet. But I can still repair the ships and everything, and they still work. And the insides of these ships, because you can go into any of them, walk around and all that stuff, it looks like something straight out of the Matrix, where there's just like conduit and wires like everywhere.
Yeah.
It turns out the Xenon are actually AI that was made by the Terrans centuries ago to help with exploration and terraforming.
Oh, it's Battlestar Galactica and every other sci-fi thing ever.
The only difference with this one is just everything was fine. There wasn't, well, from what I understand so far, there wasn't any, like, down with the machines or, these aren't people, blah, blah, blah kind of thing. It was just things were working, and then all of a sudden, one came back from deep space, and they were never the same again.
Huh.
So it's like, okay. Having taken the ship now, I was able to pull up the weapon systems to see what weapons and engines and stuff that they had equipped. And that's where I started getting these tidbits of lore about the Xenon.
Right.
And it turns out that the weapons that they have on the ship, they're all construction stuff. Like, you're not shooting bullets, you're shooting rivets that have been modified to pierce armor now.
Huh.
The Dead Space approach.
Yeah.
There's like all this other stuff, like the weaponry and stuff, that's like, it's meant for terraforming and construction that has just been converted into like this mass weapon that no one can replicate.
Interesting.
It's very cool. And on top of it, the two that I have, they look like bugs. Like, if you think of like a centipede that's like kind of humped over a little bit,
Right.
it looks like that when it's sitting on a platform.
Interesting.
And it's got like antennas sticking out of it everywhere and stuff. So it's like this really weird and cool looking ship. It's also very fast. But so I have these two things, but like everything is starting to ramp up on the war front. Like, I was just helping out this faction because it's coming into their space, and I'm like, I'm allied with you, so I might as well just help out. Why not?
Yeah.
They start sending less and less ships to this area, and eventually it's just me defending this gate. And I'm like, all right, well, I got to start beefing this up because this is really starting to mess me up. So I start going into overdrive. I stop doing production stuff and just go full-on military.
Right.
I am at the point right now where I have 4 Minotaurs, 3 Cerberus, and 5 Behemoths.
Oh, jeez.
Behemoths are awesome. These are my first large ships that I have.
Oh, right.
Man, I thought Cerberus were cool when the turrets turn. This has more turrets. They're bigger.
Yeah.
And they hit way harder. And these things actually maneuver pretty quickly for how big they are. I also discovered while walking around inside one of these that there's a brig in them, and I don't know why. I'm assuming maybe I should arrest people. I have no clue.
You don't know why yet.
Yeah. So
yet is the key part.
No.
This is the Elite Dangerous slavery problem all over again.
You can board and take over ships, I found out, with the Marines that you have on your ship.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I take prisoners or not, though. I haven't messed with it because I'm dealing with something right now.
Right.
So I have
every day is a great day when you're in the Marines. So
it's a
aliens
new
taught
discovery. Me. Yep. Managed democracy all the way.
That's right.
So I have all of these stacked up on this gate. So anything that pops through on this gate, everything just spins around and starts shooting it and makes it dead. It's like, great. I can start focusing more on production. So then I go and create a station that creates meat or does manufacturing for meat. We send those supplies out. I created another energy station at another location, and that is helping out sending energy out over there. And I have discovered that anytime I make sales or transport resources to another faction, it actually improves my relationship with them. So I am friends with like half the map because I am just dumping energy resources out there for anyone and everyone who will pay. And then the last thing that I picked up station-wise is there is a story event where you get your own headquarters. And it's this whole story I won't get into right now, but you eventually get to a point where you can start researching things. And now I have researched what they call teleport, which is basically Star Trek transporter technology.
Okay.
I can teleport to any ship at level 1. I can teleport to any ship within a sector. I'm at level 3, and I can teleport to any ship within 5 sectors.
Oh, wow.
And it resets when you teleport. So if I teleported 5 sectors over from where I'm at, if I have another ship 5 sectors further over, I can keep teleporting and hopping.
Gotcha.
If you needed to. honestly, you can do anything and everything through the map. So the only reason to do that is if you wanted to talk to somebody at a specific station and you didn't want to fly all the way out there, you could just send somebody out there and then just teleport to them later. Like, you know, it's just fun, dumb stuff. I also created or researched what's called a SATA engine, which it describes it as it increases time for you, so I think it makes travel faster for you. I have not figured out how to use it yet.
Oh, okay.
I just know that I have it and I can do it. That's as far as I've gotten with it. So while I'm messing with all of this stuff and I'm now getting more and more income coming in and everything's going well, all of a sudden I start getting notices and my behemoths are constantly coming under attack, and which is fine because the entire time I've had them, they've never dropped below like 97% shield.
Okay.
It's like they drop down to 97 and all of a sudden it's like whoop, right back up because it just recharges. They have so much shield it doesn't even matter. I'm getting
Pharaoh in chat did ask you have you tried destroying the gate?
You cannot.
Okay.
At my current understanding of the game, you cannot.
Sure.
I did place laser turrets and friend foe mines all over the place. Like, this is a straight off barricade that I have going on. Until this started happening, because I start getting notices that, hey, Behemoth Alpha has been destroyed. Behemoth Beta has been destroyed.
Oh, jeez.
Behemoth Charlie has been destroyed. And I'm like, the hell is going on? I've never seen them drop below 97% shield before.
Right.
I go over there. The Xenon have upped their game. They have been deploying, they letter their ships, and what they have been deploying has been their M types and their, I think the N is the other type.
Okay.
What have started coming through the gates are their K types.
Okay.
These are capital ships.
Oh, I see.
One of them apparently can wipe out a sector.
Oh, my. Okay.
So, it is very understandable that my behemoths got wiped out with this thing coming through.
Right.
I'm like, well, we're not playing this game because that's a lot of time that I've put into these. So I reloaded to a previous save and I pull all of my guys back a little bit. And yeah, I watched that thing come through, and I think that is like the most terrifying thing I've seen, because I watched the group that actually owns that space throw like a bunch of stuff at it. It didn't do anything. I don't even think I saw the shields go down. And I'm like, I don't even know how we're going to fight this thing.
Yeah.
So I back out because I'm basically like, you know what? I've been defending this gate for you guys forever now. I think it's time I come back and think about myself for a
Hit
bit.
the old dusty trail.
Yeah. So I back off, move all my people out to a safe distance, and I start building up more and more just to protect my little 2 stations that I have in that area. And that's kind of where I'm at right now, where I've just been bouncing back and forth between trying to get my production going so I have more and more income coming in while building bigger and bigger ships, while trying to find different things to do. I feel like I can't leave the AI is not good enough to me anyway to leave my attack groups alone to allow them to fend for themselves. There have been several times where I've had to look and pay attention to what they're doing. So like, hey, there's a fighter over here that has no shields and 9% hull, and it's still diving in there like it's going to take something out. It's like, no, man, you need to back out. Like, stop attacking, go get a repair, then come back. So there's a lot of that I've had to pay attention to. But this war effort that I've come into has taken up so much of my time and resources that I haven't had time to explore anything else.
Oh, sure.
Which is kind of funny and kind of annoying at the same time, because like I don't want to be doing this part yet, but it's kind of forcing my hand. And because I've been having such a great time with this game, I have bought all the DLC because everything's still on sale. Moon, this game is $12 on Steam.
I didn't hear that.
All the DLC is currently on sale as well. So I bought all the DLC and then I reloaded my game afterwards, and now I have like all these other factions that are here that I don't know that exist, but they're all listed, and I don't know where all the space is and all that for them. And now I have new pirates that have shown up, and they are listed as enemies of mine, but because the Xenon have like flooded so far out of their sector that it's kind of an all hands thing of everyone just like, okay, we hate each other, but we have a bigger issue right now, so we will take care of that, and then we will kill each other.
Interesting.
And it's kind of a lot of what it is, where it's like, okay, cool, we took out the Xenon threat, and then all of a sudden you see all the ships start to turn on each other to see who wins the rest of the battle.
Right.
So it has been a very fun, interesting game. X4 Foundations. I need to stop playing this game for a day or two, because this has been my literal game of I had to move the game from my left monitor to my center, because my left monitor is the only one that has the taskbar with the time on it.
Mm-hmm.
And even like this morning,
And you creaked your neck.
Yeah. And even this morning I started playing at 9:45 and it was like 1:30.
You blinked and it's a couple hours.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't even feel like I've done anything. I've been too busy messing with the logic and moving fleets and, doing this, that, and the other thing. It's like, it just sucks up so much of your time in such a fun way. So, X4 Foundations, play at your own risk.
Right.
But that is all that I've done so far this week. Boston, what have you been up to?
All right. More Stardew Valley progress here. My main farm is doing really well. I crafted and cooked a whole bunch of stuff this week. I think if I remember correctly, both of my crafting and cooking percentages are over 90% at this point. So
nice.
I'm like kind of getting the last couple of things here, like growing the last couple of things I need for cooking. Went and got the last couple of crafting plans, working on getting all of those. Some annoying ones. I need like one piece of marble to craft one thing, and I can't get it out of any of the stuff that I'm opening up. I did go through the list of cooking recipes. I think it's like 3 or 4 of them left, and all of them left are like reach 7 hearts with this character, reach 7 hearts with that character, and so I'm just kind of doing the friendship thing with a bunch of people. I did realize that I do need one more crafting recipe that I missed. It's the jack-o'-lantern.
I was gonna say, and tell me you just hit winter, just to really make things more fun.
I just hit winter.
Yep, there it is.
So
there it is.
I will have to wait until the end of fall the next year to go get it, which is fine because I'm still working on the trophy for earning 10 million gold lifetime on the farm. I'm at 2 point something at this point. I think I just hit 2.5. So I'm like, I still have so much more stuff to sell and cook and do all that sort of stuff. So still plenty of things, but one of those moments of like, oh, yep, yeah, you're right. I probably went to the very first Spirits Eve festival, and I couldn't afford the crafting plan. And then I don't really go to that festival after the first time you go, because there's not a lot to do there. It's not a bad one, but like after you go that first time, it's sort of like, okay, I don't have anything to do there. So that one's on me. But that farm is doing really well, and actually my Joja farm is doing really well. I am 2 of the upgrades in out of the total 5. I bought the greenhouse, and I'm planting a bunch of like the repeating crops, so like blueberries and cranberries and stuff like that. And just making sure that I can just make a ton of money there. I think I need, gosh, how much? I think it's like 65,000 total to finish the whole thing at this point. It might be less than that now. And in one stream, I was able to like afford the greenhouse, which was I think 35,000, and then I'm almost have enough money to get another one of the upgrades. And basically, all I have to do on that farm, I am not playing it for the long term. All I have to do is buy all 5 of those Joja upgrades. They will completely take over the community center with the the Jojo Warehouse. As soon as I get that trophy, I'm done with that one. And I think I have 4 trophies left at the moment: cooking, crafting, 10 million, and then do the Journey of the Prairie King in one sitting. 1 CC Journey of the Prairie King. So
Wow.
I'm getting close, but like the cooking and crafting aren't that bad. I'm pretty close on both of those. The 10 million one isn't going to be that bad. That's just a time-based thing. With how my farm is going right now. But man, that Journey of the Prairie King one, I gotta start getting on that, and I just don't want to.
You don't want to.
Yeah,
You
I just don't want
it's
to.
a nightmare.
Yeah, it was hard enough beating it the first time. Nevertheless, doing 1 CC, the whole thing, I'll probably cheese it at this point, because like it's not fun. I'll give it a try. Like try to do it legit, but I don't want to. But that's all there is to it.
Oh, you might do a legit run at the start of your stream and then cheese it at the end of your stream.
Yeah,
that way
exactly.
You can feel good no matter what.
That's right. That's right. The other game I'm playing this week is Marathon, of course. Bunch of stuff happened this week. They moved the Duos Queue beta that they're doing from the first map to the second map. That has worked incredibly well. Most of my contracts, which are the quests in the game, take place on that second map, Dire Marsh. I'm kind of not the biggest fan of that map. It's not bad, but it is incredibly difficult, and there are a ton of teams. There are more teams on that map than in the other maps. So it's been nice to have duos where it's just me and somebody else kind of attempting to do a lot of those contracts on there. So that's been really nice. Bungie announced this week that they're changing the scheduling for the 2 endgame things. We talked about it last week, where like the ranked mode and Cryo Archive, the kind of end game map, those were both happening on the weekend at the same time. And then the intention was during the week to kind of re-gear yourself, fill your vault back up, and then try both of those things on the weekend. They heard the community loud and clear, and everybody was saying like, hey, I either can't play during the weekend, or I can kind of only play one at a time for whatever reason. So they're sort of scooting scheduling of that stuff around, where I think it's ranked is going to take place mostly during the week, and then Cryo Archive is going to be taking place mostly on the weekend, but a little bit kind of into the week to give people an opportunity to play it. So my normal kind of Friday morning crew, which is myself, Jinx, and Faeror, we tried the Cryo Archive again, and we did, I think it was 3 runs this time. Reminder from last episode, Cryo Archive, you have to go in there with a gear value of at least 5,000 credits. So you don't have to come with your best stuff, but you do need to have a full loadout. You do need to have like a kind of a proper kit to go in there. And we've been playing for long enough now that we felt like we could at least have a run or two that we could go in there with enough value, and if we lost both of them, we'd still be able to kind of go in there without like betting the farm each time. We ran 3 times. Our first one was a fairly straightforward run. We kind of get all the stuff gathered. We're increasing our security level. Essentially, you go in, you're picking up all these keys, these kind of red keys. That increases your security level as you go from like 0 to 1, 1 to 2, and so on. At every security level, you can do something else on the map. So like when you move from 0 to 1, which is really easy to do, you can kind of get into the next area from where you spawned, kind of the next room in. When you get from 1 to 2, then you can start like scanning around the environment and hacking computers and getting a higher security level. The real aim that we found out was to get to security level 3. And at that point, you can interact with the computer, and that will spawn an exfil point and on the map. And that starts a 3-minute and 30-second countdown. And you have to make it over to that exfil point and stand in there for 10 seconds like usual. And if you don't, that exfil point just goes away. So it's this kind of interesting flip on how the normal maps work in this. And it's kind of fun because what we were finding, and I'm not sure if that's always the case, is the exfil point we spawned was spawning at the beginning of the area we started in. So it was basically like we cleared our whole way through the map of all the kind of AI enemies. We start that thing and said, okay, all the way back where you started, that's where you got to leave. And it's just this dead sprint back to where we were to try and get the hell out of there. So that has been fun, and that's been kind of a fun change on how Marathon works. We did have a really spicy run for our last one where we opened up an area, because it's basically a series of, I think it's 6 areas around this kind of central point. We don't want to go in the central point at all because that's where all the players are going to be. We open up another door to like the next area next to us, like essentially one of the hubs, or one of the spokes on this hub. And we almost immediately find an enemy team. And we are locked in a stalemate with them for multiple minutes. And eventually we completely eliminate 2 of their 3 players. We are like, we're getting knocked down, we're pulling each other back up, we're like losing our shields, people are looting us, we're looting them. Like, it's this war of attrition for a while. And eventually at some point, the third person just disappears. And I don't know if they disconnect, I don't know if they run away and they're trying to exfil or whatever. They just leave, and we kind of lick our wounds, and we realize, oh, we don't have any time left. We have like sub 5 minutes left. We need to go find a computer. We need to go spawn an exfil point, like literally right now. So we go and we sprint and we go do that, and we make it into the last area where the exfil point is with mere seconds left. And like some of us are getting knocked out. Some of us are running into bots. I like trip a security tripwire and it locks the whole room, so I have to hack my way out of it. It is a mess. And I managed to sneak into the exfil point with 15 seconds left. And it's a 10-second countdown. So like and it resets every time you leave the exfil point. So I'm kind of like, one of us is getting out of this. At the moment, it's me, but like,
out of curiosity,
yeah,
like when you're if it's a 15-second countdown and there's 5 seconds left, if you start it, does it like just end the match at the 5 seconds, or do you have the chance to stay in there in exfil?
It would end the match at 5 seconds. Because basically
one of my favorite things about Arc Raiders is like if you hit that button, like, and there's 3 seconds left, it will let you stay alive just as long as it takes to exfil, essentially.
Okay, yeah. In this one, it's that 10-second timer starts, and if you stay in there, it's leaving at 10 seconds, and you can't just say like the exfil is ready for you to leave. It's automatically beaming you out of there. So like, Jinx had fallen at some point, and I think had gotten messed up by the bots. Favor missed the last exfil by literally a second or two. and was like screeching into the room as I was getting pulled out of there. And like we succeeded on that run, but like kind of at what cost at that point?
Yeah.
So like
You won the battle, but not the war.
yeah, exactly. So like I think the thing that was good for me this week going into Cryo Archive is like we didn't open any vaults. We're not going to fight the boss. Like we're very far away from doing any of that stuff. I'm like not going to get in any of the inside baseball of that stuff. But like I felt good going into the end, like the end game map with my two friends that we were usually playing the game with. We went in with some of our best stuff, some of our like I'm just getting up to 5K stuff here, and we were able to go in there. We were able to do the objectives. We were able to fight some other runners, and we were able to compete in there, which I feel like is a step up from where I personally was last week. So it's another thing of like, yeah, my season level is higher and my faction levels are higher, and I'm getting all these upgrades with factions and stuff. And I'm learning the maps, and I'm doing like more successful rook runs and stuff. But man, nailing 2 exfils on the end game map this week felt really good and felt like a really notable kind of upgrade over last week.
Nice.
So that felt really good. I don't think we got any like incredibly wild loot out of it. We got some pretty solid stuff. Like we're getting some really good blue and really good purple gear. I don't think we saw any gold, which is just right above the purple stuff. Definitely didn't see any red, which is the highest tier. That's right above gold. But like I felt like we went in and we managed to get out. We managed to fight some enemy runners, and I felt really good about our performance and our progress, which I think is really great. And just like with X4 Foundations, it's like literally the only game I can think about and the only one I want to play.
But how's the logic in that game?
That's right. That's right. But I think the thing that is so good for me, though, and like the thing that propels me through this game, even when I don't have anybody online, or like maybe I can't play with voice chat or anything, those rook runs, the ones where you load in as a solo player with like a limited kit into a match that's already in progress, and you try and like scavenge around and try and pick up a bunch of stuff. That has been really great of like, well, I'm just going to do these runs to focus on getting my credits, getting upgrade materials, getting some of the stuff that I'm looking for. I'm not necessarily looking to get upgrades for like weapons or backpacks or armor or anything. It's more of like all the kind of collectible bits that I need for upgrading my character on the kind of faction skill trees. So being able to have something that I can run when people aren't online, or when like Moon said, I only have half an hour, so maybe I can do 2 runs, or maybe I don't want to go through and do solos, which is like a really tense experience. I'm looking for something a little bit chiller, because it's a very low risk sort of thing. You can only bring in to a rook run what rook comes with by default, which I think one of the cool things about this game is on the skill trees for each faction, there's all the kind of skill tree nodes like usual. At the bottom, there are what is called capstone upgrades. And every X number of skills that you purchase, you unlock one of the capstone upgrades. And the first capstone for, I think it's all 6 factions, increases the starting loadout of your rook. So it's like, now you don't start with a gray weapon. You start with a green weapon full of mods. You don't start with a gray shield. You start with a green shield. The shield breaks when you exfil, but that's okay because you have a better starting point. You start with a green backpack, so you have like I think it's 2 more rows, 8 more items, I think. That one breaks when you exfil as well, but at least you have a little bit of a starting point. So like I really love now my Rook starts with a better weapon, a better shield, and better backpack. It starts with all 4 implant slots filled. So it's basically stat bonuses for 3 slots on your character. 2 cores, which is kind of specific class-based bonuses on top of that. And a stack of 3 Claymore mines. So it's like it's an incredibly different experience going in now of like, all right, if enemy runners are going to start hassling me, I have a little bit of a way to fight back or trap them. I have a little bit more survivability. I have more area to load myself up with. Like I feel like I'm progressing in that part of the game as well as in the kind of like solo duo trios sort of part of the game too, which I think is really, really great. And I'm having a blast. Everything is great so far. Bungie put out another big patch that fixed a bunch of issues. So they're killing it on the patching front as well and the communications front. So it's really been pretty great. And I hope the game stays in kind of a healthy state that it is here for a while. Sort of ignoring all the like doom and gloom that's out there on the internet that's largely unfounded.
Yeah.
I'm just having a blast. It's one of those things of like, stop getting online to complain about the game and just go play it. And if you don't like it, then go play what you like. Like there's no reason
There's
to be
so much to play right now. Yeah.
Like I have I have so many games on my backlog right now. Like the idea of spending my free time complaining about a game I'm not even playing just seems ludicrous and just like a genuine waste of time. All right. That's what I'm playing this week. Let's blow through our releases here real quick. As soon as I bring up the show notes. Here we go. Release for the week of March 30th, 2026. Grime 2 comes out for PS5, Series consoles, and PC. This is a 2D side-scrolling Metroidvania that looks like it's kind of half focused on combat and half focused on like environmental manipulation. You have like these kind of tentacles you're shooting out that interact with the environment and like creating platforms and grapple points and stuff like that. So this looks interesting. Surprised at how many people seem to have really liked the first game, which I feel like I didn't hear got released.
I didn't even hear anything about.
Yeah. And people are like rabid for this release. So I clearly the first game had something to it. But that's Grime 2 coming out this week. Next up is Legacy of Kain Ascendance for PS5, Series consoles, Switch, Switch 2, and PC. This is not a remaster of a previous Legacy of Kain game. This is a brand new 2D side-scrolling action platformer. Kind of pixel art styled, but it seems like it has all the kind of Legacy of Kain trappings here. And that, I don't know, that looks kind of neat. We kind of don't get enough of these 2D spin-off versions of these games anymore. So that's
weirdly enough, we've had like 7 this year. It feels like.
Yeah. It's kind of nice.
You've got God of War. You've got this. You've
Right.
got Pac-Man side-scrolling Castlevania game that came out last year.
I gotta play that still. Yeah. Next up, the port of South of Midnight for the PS5 and Switch 2. That came out early last year, if I remember correctly, and seemed to be pretty well received, but was only Xbox and PC originally, so that seems to be out on everything now. Game I unfortunately have not gotten around to playing. Again, too many games to sit there and complain about games you're not playing. South of Midnight is exactly the case for that. So hopefully someday. Next up is Darwin's Paradox. That's with an exclamation mark. Coming out on PS5, Series consoles, Switch 2, and PC. This is the trailer I feel like we've been kind of seeing all over the place for the past handful of months. I remember it at the Keeley's having kind of a bigger showcase where you're a small octopus doing kind of platforming, saving the world sort of things. Looks very cute, looks very kind of colorful and actiony. It says Darwin's Paradox is what happens when a curious octopus gets roped into saving the world. So I think this game looks cool. I'm assuming it's family focused because it seems like it has that kind of vibe to it, but I kind of don't want to say that without knowing if it has like a darker underbelly here, like some of these games.
Yeah, I mean, visually it looks like a mixture between Finding Nemo and Wall-E.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So, I don't know. Looks pretty cool. Darwin's Paradox. And lastly here, Super Meat Boy 3D comes out. I'm fairly sure it comes out this week. PS5, Series Console, Switch 2, and PC. It's basically them doing Super Meat Boy, but in 3D. It's not like, oh man, Super Meat Boy Forever, I think was the last one. That was an auto runner. That game was fine, but I seemingly largely not what people really wanted. So this still looks really interesting. I'm still not sure if I'm in the mood for a Super Meat Boy game in 2026. And it's also kind of interesting because it doesn't seem like it has camera control. So the 3D nature of it just seems like it's kind of you're kind of going off into the distance, or you're kind of coming at the camera, but not necessarily swinging the camera around like you're playing a Mario game or anything. So pretty
like 2.5.
Exactly.
Yeah, it feels like a bit of a misnomer, to be honest.
Yeah. So it's curious. It's one of those things of like, I almost want to have the thing of like, stop trying to make Super Meat Boy happen again. We kind of had that already, and I feel like the summer of arcade is past, and I think maybe Meat Boy's time has also passed. But I would love to be proven wrong. That I know that's kind of pessimistic of me, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the long-lasting appeal of this might be, other than like maybe watching your favorite streamer suffer through this and rage quit. There's something to be said about that, I guess. That's Super Meat Boy 3D coming out this week. We do have one quick news story. The time has come for Sony, just like everyone else, and probably Nintendo next. Sony announces a PS5 price increase. Yet again, here, quote, with continued pressures in the global economic landscape, with the biggest, like, look at the camera sort of moment, we made the decision to increase the prices of PS5, PS5 Pro, and PlayStation Portal Remote Player globally, end quote. All versions of the PS5 and the Portal are going to be going up $100 globally here. In the US, that means the PS5, the base PS5 with the disc drive, goes up from $550 to $650. The digital edition, the one without the disc drive, goes from $500 to $600, and the PS5 Pro goes from an eye-watering $700 to an eye-watering $900. That one is quite a bit more money than all the rest of them. Which
screw that.
I think this is the first time I can think of in video game history that you can now sell your console for more than you bought it.
Yeah, that's a little scary.
Which is like a wild, like, obviously we have hard drive shortages and RAM shortages and all of that stuff, but like, God, these things are supposed to get cheaper in the 7 years since they came out, man.
I want to credit a friend of the show, Chuck, for this. He posted it on Blue Sky. He said buying a console at launch is now the on sale price.
Yeah, exactly. like you're almost making an investment at that point of like you got to get in when the market's low, and then you got to trade futures to get in the like and the thing is, the PS5 Pro was already not worth the money. Like I love my PS5, but like it was not worth the money for a seemingly incremental leap of like
the Pro is the one that by default does not have a disk drive, correct?
Does it not have a disk drive? The digital edition does not.
Trying to think, because I know that they phased out the disk drive, so all PS5s after the initial release need to have the external, but I don't know if that was the same for Pros or not.
It does not appear that the PS5 Pro has a disk drive, which
so that's
yeah,
$80
so that's an
more
additional
if you want
is
the disk
oh
drive.
no,
ludicrous.
It's $180 more.
Right, yeah, like now they're probably gonna if you can still get that thing, it's probably now more even more expensive. And then like the idea of like that costing almost $1,000, which a computer used to cost, which is now like not the case for very similar reasons. And then the idea of like the Portal now costing more money, which requires you to have a PS5 to do remote play. You can also do cloud stuff, but please, some of this cloud stuff is not that great.
Yeah.
But like the idea,
and then the subscription on top of that, so that
exactly.
way you can use most of the functionality with any console,
like
except for Nintendo's.
The idea of a PS5 Pro, which was not the biggest tech leap, like when you looked at the PS4 to the PS4 Pro, that was a significant tech leap, and that was a significant like hardware upgrade. But the PS5 Pro is like, no, man, like it's not. This is not, and asking $1,000 for that, it's just truly wild. I don't. This whole thing is just the worst.
And it's an entertainment item, and we're
Right.
all being squeezed for money, for food, gas,
Right.
general cost of living. So this is like the first thing where it's like, no, you guys aren't getting that money because I have to buy groceries this week.
I can't even afford a used Switch 2. I cannot afford a brand new PS5 Pro. Like, I'm not in the market for upgrading to a PS5 Pro, but like, I can't even afford a new Switch 2, which is now almost half the price of a PS5 Pro. Nevertheless, anything else. Like, that's wild, man. Like, just, I don't know. I feel bad for all of these companies because, and the Switch 2 is probably going to increase its price here in a couple of months because none of them have the option of keeping their prices low when RAM, especially, the price has gone through the roof if you can find it.
I don't feel bad for any of the companies because all these companies have lobbyists in our country that have forced certain situations to happen. And this is definitely one of them.
Yeah.
This is their bed that they've made.
Yeah. AI has accelerated too quickly, and hopefully will decelerate just as quickly.
It's like we're all just waiting for it to burst at this point.
something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, on that sunny news, that's the end of our episode. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. If you'd like to visit us, you can do so at tvgp.tv. Everywhere to find and follow us is on the right-hand side of the page. Don't forget to join our Discord server. Like we said, we have the best community on the internet, discord.tvgp.tv. Please, if you're able to, we just talked about everything costing too much. The prices of our Patreon page have never gone up. They're still $5 a month as a recommended one over there at patreon.com/E1M1 or E1M1.cash.
Those ones are the numerical digits 1.
Like we said, $5 a month. Anything above and beyond that is greatly appreciated. If you can't support us over there on the Patreon side, like, comment, subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Twitch channel. We go live on both of those platforms every Sunday at like 2:30-ish Pacific, depending on whenever the Outcast is done recording. And the best way to help the show is to go rate us positively on your podcatcher of choice. That helps the algorithm recommend us to other people and help more people find the show, which helps us overall. I think that's it. So thank you so much, everyone, for listening. We'll see you all next week. Bye.
Boy.
Bye.
All right, Nimp. What wild titles do you have this week?
I don't think any of these would get vetoed, but
Okay.
here we
That's a
go.
good start.
First one I have is Call Us at That Number. The Value Is Not Low Enough. Never a Grenade Guy. The Lore Grenade. And Solo Play is the Nice Play.
All right, Moon, what do you have?
Not Like Mean Girls, Spinning the Tombola, Low on the 14th Day, Sing Me a Lullaby, Don't Look It Up, and I Just Don't Want to.
I should write down, I just don't want to. You know why? Because I just don't want to. Mine is Lore Grenades, Can You Sing Me a Lullaby, Feral Little Goblins, 300% Sunlight, and I Just Don't Want to. I kind of like Lore Grenades.
I like on that note, I like Low on the 14th Day because it's the biggest non sequitur that we're ever gonna have
Low
on this show for a title.
on the 14th day.
What was that even about? I don't even remember.
I think when someone threw the lore grenade said "low on the 14th day."
That's right.
I'm okay with that one.
Yeah, I'm fine with that one too.
I'm good with that one.
Okay.
I'm ready to go.
I'm ready.
All right. Let's get started in 3, 2, 1. No. What do I say at the beginning of this show? Okay. Starting in 3, 2, 1. This is That Video Game Podcast, episode 962 for March 30th, 2026. Low on the 14th day.
They smote the world with RAM prices.
May it wrap you within the void.
All right. I'm clearly still not feeling well enough to record this. So thanks, everyone, for coming and hanging out, watching and listening. We greatly appreciate it. We'll hope we'll see you next